Right guys, Dan Hendrickson here at Torquay Golf Club. We're out on the new range here at the club. We're going to do a little test. Lester on camera, but I'm going to get Lester to hit some shots for us today. We've got the MP18 and we want to put it up against the MP20, both blades. This is the MP20, which is the next generation, and it's just come out by Mizuno. Let's hit some balls, let's get some numbers in the studio, and let's get Lester's views on what they feel like for him. Right, Lester, give me your views on what you can see with those irons. How are they looking to you?
So the slight difference from a design point of view is around here on the actual toe of the golf club.
Okay.
It's a little bit more rounded here. Yeah. Compared to the 20 compared to the its previous model or incarnation. It's slightly rounder here. It's slightly shinier on the back.
So a slight difference in the chrome?
Yeah, I guess so. It must be a slightly different chrome.
You walk into a shop, which ones are you picking up?
I'm picking up the shiny new one.
Yeah, shiny.
Shiny, isn't it? We like shiny and new.
Shiny. Right, we'll get you to hit some shots out here, then we'll go into the studio, and then we'll come back out to sort of finish off the video. But let's start off with the MP18 to get us going. We'll just hit a few shots. Talk to me about what they're looking like on the as you set up over the ball.
Sort of first impression, looking down at the club, I like the thin top line.
Yeah.
Very bladey.
Yeah,
not
you
much,
like a blade.
I do, yeah. Not much offset as well, which is good for me.
Yeah.
For visually, I do like that.
Blade length.
Blade length.
Toe to heel.
Toe to heel, good. Not too long.
Yeah.
Not too stretched out, which is what we have criticised in the past of a few of the blade additions. They've been quite long from the toe, but yeah, I quite like that. No problem with that at all.
Good. All right, let's hit a couple. First impressions off the face.
Nice, yeah, good.
What you would expect to get from Mizuno?
Yeah, nice flight as well, but yeah, nice soft feel off the face.
Okay. So, have you gamed a Mizuno before?
I haven't. No.
I've never played a Mizuno blade.
No, never had a Mizuno blade in my bag. Something I've always fancied trying and gaming, but I haven't really got round to using a Mizuno, mainly because of the places I've worked, the retail environment. We haven't stocked Mizuno, so I haven't really had that opportunity, but I do like that.
Let's get the MP20, have a hit with that as well. Let's get a feel difference, because obviously we're going from one generation to another now, so this one's just being launched. First impressions looking down at the ball? Very similar to the previous model. Not seeing a great deal in it. I know you like the look of the newer model when you picked it up, like as a shelf appeal. But now looking down at the ball, are you seeing that colour difference or that noticeably different?
Definitely not. No difference at all with that.
Top line?
No, exactly the same for me. If you put the two from a dress, I would say they're both the same club. Yeah, very much the same.
Okay, blade length?
Blade length again. Can live with that.
Okay,
like
and then offset?
It's so minimal, the offset. That wouldn't affect me at all. So, yeah, I do like that. It's nice.
Okay, let's have a couple of hits then. Good strike like that. That was a good swing. How's it feel?
Good, yeah, good off the face. I like the fact you can shape it quite well, similar to the one before, but that's a nice club, that.
So when you're testing irons like we're doing now, are you trying to hit different shapes, get different types of flights with it?
Yeah, definitely.
See what it does.
Especially out of the studio, I've been trying to hit a few left to right, a few right to left, a few higher, a few lower, and just seeing what sort of shape we can hit with them and whether the playability is there.
Right, let's go into the studio now and have a little look at some of your numbers. Let's go and gather up some numbers from there and then report those in. Okay, MP18 to start at the top here, and then MP20 down the bottom. You can see ball speed on an average 123 with the MP18 compared to 121 with the MP20. Do you feel like you struck the MP18 just a fraction better in the studio?
Yeah, definitely strike-wise, definitely better with the MP.
Like, so you're not sort of surprised to see that the MP18 maybe the ball speed's just a fraction quicker?
Yeah, I'd definitely expect that with a strike.
Look at launch. So launching at 18.5 with the MP18 compared to 18.6, so 0 in that. If we look at spin, we've got 5869 spin with the MP18 compared to 5740. So within 100 revs of each other. That's going to be so subject to Leicester's striking abilities on that particular test. If we look at peak heights, 36 yards high compared to 35 yards high. Again, peak to peak, one at 37 there in the MP20 and one at 37 there in the MP18. So again, nothing in it. We look at total or carry distances, 175 carry with the MP18 compared to 173 carry with the MP20. Just because of the ball speed, you can see he's starting to get that ball just to go out there a little bit further, purely because of the ball speed that he's getting off it. In all this situation, the reality is that they're exactly the same numbers coming off the club face with the golf shots that he's hit. Right, good numbers though, weren't they? There were good numbers with a 6-iron coming out of there. You didn't notice anything necessary on the range before you went into the studio with a strike difference, but when you got into the studio you felt that possibly there was a bit of a difference, a feel difference?
Yeah, certainly from a studio perspective, the MP18 I felt was a better strike and a better sound than the newer ones.
Okay, so the sort of you get a bit of an echo in that studio sometimes, can't you? So acoustics were sounding better. Feel off the face, were you noticing a difference?
I preferred the MP18s.
Okay, because
studio-wise,
you were purely getting a better strike with those. You felt more consistent strike with the 18. Would you put that down to what you brought to the table there, or do you actually just think that you would, out of what you felt from those and the numbers that you got, that you would probably put the 18s in the bag over the 20s?
Obviously, I'd like to do a little bit more testing. Take that little step further. Because on the range, I actually felt the MP20 was better for me. Okay. I preferred the MP20, but in the studio it was the MP18. So I guess again it's subject to strike or conditions and where you're hitting from. So
why not then? Why don't we just hit a few more shots out here with you've now chosen the kind of 18 as your sort of club that you would go to purely based on what we got in the studio. So why not hit a couple of shots out here and see if you're getting the same feelings now out here as to what you were kind of getting into the studio, because you weren't feeling much out here earlier.
No.
So let's hit a couple now to see if we can get any sort of differences from a strike point of view. Okay, after a couple of extra shots then that we've hit out on the range, what are you feeling now? Are you still feeling the same thing as what you're getting in the studio?
No, I mean obviously in the studio it was slightly different, but out here they're so similar. The MP20 is as good, if not slightly better than the MP18 in my opinion.
I mean, I didn't see a great deal in it. I sort of watching the flights, listening to the sounds of what you were doing out there, I just didn't see a great deal of difference in them.
No.
It's hard, isn't it? Because you can hit one or two good shots in the studio and think, right, I found it, this is the one. Yeah. But in reality, it just comes down to what you struck it like on that particular shot.
And don't forget, we're not hitting 100, 200, 300 shots, are we? We're hitting it's a small cluster. Yeah, small cluster of shots. Yeah. Subject to strike, isn't it? Like
Absolutely.
You said.
So again, now shop appeal. Which one are you picking up?
I'm picking up the MP20 just because it's shinier. It looks newer.
Yeah. And then from a feel point of view, now you've got the numbers. Now you've hit it on the range and in the studio.
Nothing in it.
Nothing in
it. Absolutely nothing.
So you're going to go with looks over that?
I would go with the looks. I'd go with the new one. Although, if Mark has got a set of MP18s hanging around the studio, then they might find their way into my bag at some stage.
You're going to end up with such a split set in a minute. So for me, watching Leicester hit balls out on the range, watching him hitting the numbers in the studio, there's nothing in it. Obviously he was getting a sense of what the MP18 was offering him, maybe just from one or two decent strikes that he got in the studio. But to me, there's not a great deal in it. Mizuno make fantastic blades, they always have. I'm a little bit surprised that Leicester hasn't actually used a set of these blades, as he's a bit of a tinkerer. But let us know, have you been out and tested these two irons? Are you coming from maybe an older range of Mizuno and maybe looking at the MP20 as an option to move into? put your comments down below, let us know. Thank you very much, Lester, for your time, and we look forward to catching up with you again soon.